Michelle with Magnolia Grove Homestead. It is evening time. I don't know, probably about 6 o'clock. The sun has started going down here, and I came out to the greenhouse to check on things, and I started not to post this um, just because it's very frustrating. But I think it's also important to recognize that there are successes and failures in everything that we do in life, and gardening can be a very topsy-turvy thing, and sometimes we don't do things right, sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes things are out of our control, and so I'm really, 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 really disappointed. I started my all my heirloom seeds a few weeks ago, and they were doing good. they were sorry y'all, that's my dog. They were about this big, the seedlings, but they were like 4 or 5 to a pot, and I started them in the egg cartons, and so I felt like that space was just too small. So we put the greenhouse up, and I thought, well, right here in the greenhouse, we've had 60 plus degree days the last few days, and I didn't want them to get root bound, so I thinned them out, and I put them in these little seed start things. Well, they came out tonight, and this is what I have. I have 2 little bitty seedlings, and they don't look like they're doing that great. Right here, these 2, they're Brandywines, and then there's one that's trying to pop through. The rest of it is just, see, like it's just dry and dead. I had 2 trays like this that hold 72 plants, and now I have 3 left. I can't dump this out because there were a few cells that didn't fill up with each variety, and so I put seeds in there after I transplanted everything. So I don't know. I don't remember what was seed and what was already planted that is now dead. So I just have to wait a few weeks on these and try to figure it out. And I don't know. I've never, maybe once or twice in the last 10 years of having a garden, have I went to, the hardware store or the nursery or whatever and bought started plants. Usually, 9 times out of 10, I grow things straight from seed. And in my research this year, knowing that I wanted a bigger garden, and I wanted to move more toward, self-stability and providing our own food security and that kind of thing around here, I have a few new things. So I've never used a grow light before this year. I used a grow light this year. I never had a greenhouse before, and I had moved these out to the greenhouse. So I don't know. And I've also never, other than a few things, I've never really started seeds in like starter pots and things. I've mentioned this in my videos previously, that I would always wait till mid-April and just direct sow everything straight in the ground, because I didn't have that big of a space anyway, and I thought, well, let's just put everything in here and let it grow. So I don't know if I started them too soon, if I left them under the grow light too much, if bringing them out to the greenhouse just shocked them and stunted them. This is definitely a learning experience and a frustrating one. But I think it's important to know that as you grow as a gardener, you will have successes and failures. And everything is, if you mess up, just learn from it. So I think that what I'm going to do, we're supposed to have rain the next few days, imagine that. But I think what I'm going to do with my tomatoes, at least, I got these little biodegradable seed starter pots, and I think I'm going to start my tomatoes in them again. And that way, hopefully, I won't have to thin them out, and I can just take this pot. I'll probably, when I put them in the ground, I'll probably break the sides or something so that the roots don't get bound up in this if it doesn't degrade fast enough. But that way it's biodegradable, and I don't really have to worry about it. So, I just wanted to come show y'all this, and let you know that if you've messed something up here, it's probably not going to be the first time. Probably not going to be the last. It will be okay. But it is very frustrating. But, you know, you don't give up. If you really care about gardening and care about growing your own food and knowing what you're feeding your family, you don't let a little mishap stop you. So I'm not going to let this stop me. I am just going to go buy more seeds and roll on with it and do something different this time and see if that works. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a blessed day.